Salma Hayek is a famous actress and producer who has been a big star for more than 25 years. She's won awards for her acting in over 80 movies and got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 2021. Hayek is from Mexico and Lebanon, and she's been in lots of different kinds of movies. She has done dramas, comedies, action movies, and even voice acting. In her movies, Hayek often plays strong and independent women. People also like her deep voice, and she's been called one of the most beautiful people in the world many times. But what she's really famous for is her work in movies. She has been in movies with many famous actors and actresses, but she always stands out in her role. Before we dive into the details, subscribe to the Cine Wizard and hit the bell icon to stay up to date on the latest news and reviews. Now let's look at some of the Salma Hayek's best movies.
Normally, I have a sore. It's like a whole thing, you know?
Okay.
In the 10th spot is the movie Timecode, released in 2000. This film by Mike Figgis tries something different. It has a big group of actors including Stella Skarsgård, Jane Triplehorn, Leslie Mann, Holly Hunter and Hayek. The movie shows 4 stories at once. The screen is split into 4 parts. It's about people in Los Angeles getting ready to make a movie. Salma plays Rose, who is one of the main characters. She wants to be an actor and tries to get an audition from her secret boyfriend, Alex Green, who is a famous but troubled director. Her story is in the top left corner of the screen. People liked how the movie was made and how Mike directed it, but some didn't like the story. Still, it's considered one of the most interesting experimental movies from the 2000s. Coming in at number 9 is We The Loca, released in 1993. This movie is special because it's Hayek's first time in a feature film. The story is about a group of koalas who lived in Echo Park. They go through different things in life like love, losing someone, and finding where they belong. Hayek plays a small part as Kara, but even though her role is short, she leaves a strong impression. Critics really liked this movie. They said good things about how it showed the koala community. They also praised it for being an important movie for Mexican-American representation. But some people thought the story wasn't focused enough and that the pacing was too slow. Ranked at number 8 is the movie Beatrice at Dinner, which came out in 2017. In this film, Hayek delivers one of her best performances. She plays Beatrice, a massage therapist who helps cancer patients with holistic treatments. One day after giving a massage, she gets invited to a fancy dinner at a client's house. The dinner becomes uncomfortable as she clashes with a wealthy real estate developer. The movie has a smart and funny script written by Mike White. It's a satire about different social classes. Hayek's performance is praised as one of her greatest. Many people think the movie is a strong critique of the then president, Donald Trump, and his ideas and actions.
You think it's funny? I think it's sick.
Number 7 on the list is the movie Freda, which came out in 2002. It's about the famous Mexican painter Frida Kahlo. The movie shows her life from when she was young until she passed away. Hayek plays Frida, and Alfred Molina plays her husband, Diego Rivera. People really liked this movie. They say good things about how it was made and the music in it. Some people had mixed feelings about how the director, Julie Taymor, did things. But everyone agreed that Hayek did an amazing job. She got a lot of praise for her acting, and she even got nominated for an Oscar for Best Actress, which was a big deal for a Mexican actor.
I'm going to sleep with you just because you've taken me under your wing. You're wrong.
Coming in at number 6 is Muppets Most Wanted, which came out in 2014. It's a sequel to the movie The Muppets from 2011. In this movie, the Muppets go on another adventure together. Kermit the Frog gets replaced by an evil lookalike named Constantine, who sends him to a prison in Siberia. Constantine takes Kermit's place on the Muppets World Tour and tries to steal the crown jewels of London. Hayek has a small part in the movie where she appears as herself. She's a guest on Gonzo's show and tries to run bulls indoors. People liked this movie. They said it wasn't as good as the first one, but it was still fun to watch and had its own charm.
Name will go down in history as greatest thief of all time.
You mean our names, right?
Of course, my name first.
At number 5 is the animated comedy Sausage Party from 2016. This funny and clever movie has a great cast of voices including Seth Rogen, Jonah Hill, Kristen Wiig, Michael Cera, and Hayek. It's about Frank, a talking sausage, and his friends trying to avoid being bought from the supermarket and escape. Hayek voices Teresa Del Taco, who is a taco that likes another character named Brenda, a hot dog bun. People really liked this movie. They thought it was funny and had some surprising moments. The animation and the voices were also praised a lot. There's going to be a spin-off series called Sausage Party, Foodtopia, made by Amazon, and some of the actors will be back to voice their characters. Ranked fourth is Tale of Tales, a fantasy movie from 2015. This movie is about 3 different stories that show the desires and struggles of kings and queens from nearby kingdoms. Hayek plays the Queen of Long Trellis, who wants a child very badly and does risky things to try to get one. Tale of Tales is a bit intense to watch, but it's worth it because of how big and ambitious it is. Hayek does a great job playing the cold and determined queen, which is different from her other roles. People liked the movie because it tried to do something different and because the actors did a great job.
No one has the right to question my will.
I don't know what happened.
At number 3 is The Pirates, Band of Misfits, which came out in 2012. This movie is about a fun captain who wants to win the Pirate of the Year award. He has a funny crew with him. They compete against other pirates like Black Bellamy and Cultus Liz. Hayek voices Cultus Liz in the movie. People really liked this movie. They thought it was one of the best animated movies of the year because it was funny and creative. They also liked the animation and the voices of the characters. The movie got nominated for an Oscar for Best Animated Feature, but it didn't win.
With pirates, Your Majesty.
I hate pirates!
In the second spot, we have Puss in Boots from 2011. This movie is a spin-off from the Shrek movies and focuses on Puss in Boots, who was a popular character in those films. In this story, Puss teams up with his friend-turned-enemy Humpty Dumpty and a cat burglar named Kitty Softpaws to steal a goose that lays golden eggs. Antonio Banderas voices Puss, Zach Galifianakis voices Humpty, and Hayek voices Kitty. People loved this movie. They said it was funny and charming, and some even thought it was better than the first 2 Shrek movies. The animation was praised, but some critics said the story could have been deeper. Overall, though, it was a hit with audiences.
She is a bad kitty. When the world is in danger.
Now we come to the top spot. Number 1 on our list is Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, released in 2022. Hayek reprised her role as Kitty Softpaws in this movie. This time, the movie follows Puss and Kitty teaming up with a spout dog to find the last wish of the wishing star. But they are not the only ones searching for it. Unlike the previous movie, The Last Wish has a touching and emotional story that impressed both critics and viewers. People loved the animation, the deep story, and the voices of the characters. The movie got praised by everyone for being really good.
Normally, I have a sword. It's like a whole thing, you know?
Okay.
Salma Hayek is a celebrated actress and producer known for her diverse roles spanning over 25 years. From dramas to comedies and animated films, she has showcased her talent and versatility. For more updates, subscribe to the Cine Wizard and press the bell icon to get notifications about our new videos.